Welcome back to Outdoorstype, and in this video we're going to do a short exploration of the old Smithfield Munitions line. Now, the Smithfield Munitions line was a railway line which branched off the Gawler line just near Smithfield railway station, and it ran due west along Davern Road to here, the Smithfield Munitions Magazine. It was built in World War II as part of that effort, and the line out to here opened in 1941. Due to the declining need for the ammunition, the line was closed in 1967, and basically nothing remains except for these two old ammunition dump buildings out here near the new development of St Andrews. So let's have a look at what remains here and now. The Smithfield Magazine was a storage depot built to support the Salisbury explosives and filling factory nearby. It's important to remember that when this line was built, and even by the time it closed, the area around Smithfield was wide open plains covered in farms. Around 20 families were moved from their farms as the construction began. Here we are at Smithfield Station to begin this short journey. This looks like an area that used to have some personality. It used to have goods sheds, stock loading yards and ramps, all sorts of sidings. Now it's just a car park. Smithfield Station itself has a long history, opening in 1857 as part of the main North Line, which later extended to Gawler. This makes it one of South Australia's older railway stations. We're looking south along the line here, looking towards Salisbury. It would have been a little bit further down the line here, perhaps in this vacant lot on the right, where the munitions line would have branched off to the right or to the west. Do you ever look at some of the open spaces in our urban environment and wonder why that space by the side of the road is there, or why that park runs that way, or why that road takes that strange turn? It's often because it was the location of an old railway line. So the main railway line came into the yard, I guess you could call it, and from there a small electric tramway radiated to all of the ammunition storage bunkers. Generally speaking, a loop came off the broad gauge line to service the northern side of each building, where a 2-foot loop operated on the southern side. There were once around 95 buildings on this location, 30 50-ton magazines and 3 100-ton magazines, each well separated and equidistant from each other to minimise the devastation that an explosion would cause. They were surrounded by huge earth mounds and blast protection walls made of sandbags filled with sand and cement. The intention being to drive any explosion that might occur upwards rather than outwards, which would affect other buildings. So you can see on this side of the storage building here, the platform is a bit lower. This is where the electric tramway would have stopped to pick up any of the stuff that it needed to pick up. Compare that to the other side where the regular railway line would have come through, and the height of the platform there. Not really storing anything here anymore except a whole load of pigeon poop. The bulk explosives were sent from Salisbury in wooden cases and transported to Smithfield by road, initially by horse-drawn vehicle and later by truck or trailer. They were delivered to the unloading sheds and then moved by battery-powered electric tramways to the magazine buildings. An example of this electric tram is still in service at the Malang Railway Museum. The ammunition depot closed in the early 60s and the land around began to be subdivided. The line was removed in the late 1960s. In essence, this railway line was a wartime necessity. There was nothing glamorous about it. It was a very utility line, and not many photos were taken of it or the trains that ran along it. But I've collected what I can here in this little video. That's it, folks, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. You never know where I'll pop up next. See you then.